A big land mammal, a bigger land mammal, the biggest land mammal. Today we will be talking about superlatives. Before we start, let's talk about what superlatives are. Superlatives are adjectives and adverbs that have been changed to show that it is the maximum or minimum of a quality. Okay, such as the biggest land mammal. It was bigger than everything. So, before we start, we need to talk about how we change an adjective into a superlative. There are two ways to do this, okay? One is to add most before the adjective, okay? So, for example, adjectives, I have beautiful. I can make it into a superlative by adding most before it, most beautiful. The other way is to add the suffix est at the end of the adjective. So, for example, the adjective pretty can be made into a superlative by adding est at the end. So, prettiest. Okay? But there are some rules for when we use most and when we use est. Let's look at those rules now. Okay? This is an overview of the rules. Adjectives with one syllable get est. For example, smart has one syllable, so we add smartest. Okay? But adjectives with more than one syllable get most. For example, intelligent. Intelligent has 1, 2, 3, 4 syllables. So we add most. Most intelligent. The other thing is that if an adjective has one syllable and it ends with a vowel and a consonant, then we double the final vowel. For example, big. Big has one syllable. It ends with a vowel I and a consonant G, the consonant G. So we double the G. Okay? Biggest. Adjectives ending with Y become IEST, such as silly becomes silliest, IEST. And then the last rule that I will talk about is adjectives ending with ing and ed get most. So, for example, boring, most boring, bored, most bored. Okay, let's move on now. Let's practice. Okay, we're gonna practice, whether we add most or est. All right, here we go. Okay, first one, tall. Is it est or most? Tall. All right. The answer? Tallest. Why? Because this adjective has one syllable, tall. So we add est, tallest. Okay, next one. Okay. Important. Important. Okay. So what is the answer? Most important. Why? Remember, adjectives with more than one syllable get more and most. Here, important has 3 syllables, so we add most important. Okay, next. Fine. Fine. How many syllables? 1. So, finest. We add est. Okay. Something else I want to mention is that a single syllable adjectives ending with e get erest, and they share the e. Okay, so finest. Okay, moving forward. Busy. Busy. It has 2 syllables. Busy. 1, 2. So what do? Let's find out. Busiest. We use iest. Remember that adjectives ending with y become iest. Okay, so busiest. Okay, next. Thin. Thin. Okay, thinnest. Okay, remember, we double the last consonant for adjectives ending with a vowel and a consonant. Here, this thin ends with the E and N. Okay, the vowel E, I, and the consonant N. So we double the N. Thinnest. Okay, quick summary. Remember, adjectives with one syllable get est, smartest. Adjectives with more than one syllable get most, intelligent, most intelligent. We double the final consonants of one single syllable adjectives ending with vowel consonants. So big, biggest, thin, thinner. Okay, we double the G's. And in thin, we double the N's. Adjectives ending with Y become IEST, such as silly, silliest. And adjectives ending in ing and ed get most. Most boring, bored, most bored. There are some exceptions. Okay, so what are the exceptions? Good. Is it gooder? It's got one syllable. No, it's the exception. Good is an irregular adjective, and the superlative form of good is best. Okay, what about bad? Bad. Bad has one syllable. Is it badder? No, it's the exception. Bad is an irregular adjective, so we use worst. The superlative of bad is worst. Okay, what about badly? It has two syllables. Do we say most badly? No. Okay, it's the exception. Badly is an irregular verb. Irregular adverb. We use worst. Well, what about well? It has a singular. Do we use wellest? No. Again, good is the adjectival form of well, and both are irregular adverbs and adjectives, so we use best again. Okay, another exception is these right here. This list, you may want to take a picture of these because some two-syllable adjectives can accept both er and est and more and most. Okay, so I can use either est or most. However, some forms occur most often. All the forms that have an asterisk occur more often. So for example, we say quieter, quietest, more often than more, quiet, and most quiet. Okay. Okay, these adjectives can be either est, er, est, or most, most. Okay, let's talk about how to use superlatives. Okay, there are 7 rules for usage. Superlatives can be used to show that a noun has the most or least of quality in a group of nouns. So for example, Indriokotharium was the most massive land mammal ever. Okay, and we use the noun, the be verb, the be auxiliary, the definitive article, and here the most quality, the superlative quality is size, the most massive. And among a group, what was the group? The land mammals. Okay, moving forward now, superlatives can also be used to show that a noun can do an action with the most or least of a quality within a group. Here we have a greyhound, a sloth, and a cheetah. Okay, so cheetahs run the fastest. Okay, the noun is cheetahs, the verb is run, the definitive article, the, and here the superlative quality is speed. Okay, they run the fastest. Okay, okay, next. Next. Rule 4, the is rare with superlative adverbs. So cheetahs run most quickly, not the most quickly. Okay, it's rare, but it's not necessarily incorrect. So we don't need the definitive article for adverbs. Next, least is the opposite of most. Okay, so for example, cheetahs are the most nimble mammal, okay, among this group. And sloths are the least nimble mammal. Okay, they tend to move more slowly. Okay, moving forward now. Again, remember noun 1, the be verb, the definitive article, the superlative adjective, most nimble, least nimble, and the group. Okay, next, look at these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sentences, A, B, C, D, E, 5 sentences, and pick which 2 are incorrect. I shall read it for you, and then I'll give you 5 seconds to think it over. Letter A, C runs the quickest. Letter B, B is the least fast animal. Letter C, C runs the most fast. Letter D, B is the slowest. Letter E, C is the fastest animal. Okay, take 5 seconds to think about which of these would be incorrect. Okay. Okay, the answers are C and B. Let's talk about the rules for that. Why are C and B incorrect? Okay, so here we go. We do not use least with one syllable adjectives. So for example, sloths are the slowest. We can say the slowest, okay, mammal, but we don't say sloths are the least fast mammal, okay? The reason why is because, remember, fast is a single syllable adverb and adjective, so we need to use est and er. Okay, so we cannot use least fast, we have to use slowest. Okay, again, some of the formation. Okay, next, we do not use most with one syllable adjectives. This is the first thing we studied. So cheetahs are the fastest mammal. We don't say cheetahs are the most fast mammal. Okay, the fastest is correct. Okay, and the last rule is we can use most with nouns, and here most means an amount. So for example, I have jar A, jar B, and jar C, and jar A has the most orange juice. Has the most orange juice, as you can see that. Okay, the amount of orange juice, the most of it is in jar B. Okay, and again, noun one, or jar A, the B verb. It's not a B verb. It's has. Sorry for the mistake. The definitive article, most orange juice. Okay, most is a superlative adjective. It's not superlative adjective, but it tells the amount. Okay, but that concludes now the usage. Let's talk about let's talk about a quick summary. Okay, so superlatives can be used as adjectives. So for example, the Indriocotherium was the most massive land mammal. Superlatives can be used as adverbs. Superlatives, for example, cheetahs run the fastest. Here, fastest is modifying run. We remember that least is the opposite of most. So sloths are the least nimble. Yes, and cheetahs are the most nimble. And we do not use least and most with one syllable adjectives. So for example, sloths are the least. No. The least fast. No. We don't use that. We say the slowest mammal. And cheetahs are the most fast. No. Cheetahs are the fastest mammal. Okay, that concludes my presentation. If you have any thoughts, questions, or concerns, please email me. And thank you for watching. Please have a nice day.